Hello, my name is Tara Brabazon and I'm the Professor of Education and the Head of the School of Teacher Education at Charles Sturt University, and our campuses are based in Bathurst, in Dubbo and in Burlington in Canada. But this is my final vodcast, number 6, for a MOOC course that I'm currently undertaking from the University of Pennsylvania, and the course was titled Old Globe. I've had a wonderful time. It's been fantastic. I've met so many interesting people and the course materials have been absolutely tremendous. I've learned a lot. But the final question for this week is an interesting one. What do ageing societies need to do to prepare for the future? Now, for me, much of this course has been about space. Needless to say, the course was titled, Global Aging, so it was about space. So we've investigated lots of localisms and aging, local communities, and how those local case studies may travel around the world. And indeed, my vodcast last week explored post-colonialism, so complex engagements with our understanding of space. But for me, if we're thinking about the future of ageing and how we render our societies and culture ready for those transformations, then for me, we must explore, we must investigate, we must understand the variable of time. One of the consequences of the Industrial Revolution was Fordism and mechanised time. And what I mean by that is the nature of work transformed through industrialisation. Human beings became, if you will, the arm of the machine. The machine imposed order on us and our bodies. So if you think about Henry Ford when he was building his automobiles, human beings actually conducted their labour in time with the machine. So flexibility, customisation, different working understandings simply could not be managed. Now, it's often argued we live in a post-Fordist age. The workplace is transforming, leisure is transforming. We no longer have those single standards, those single ways of doing labour. So for me, to understand this future of ageing, we have to recognise we live in a post-Fordist age, multiple times through which labour and work can be conducted. But I think we also have to understand time and the notion of speed with a lot more flexibility, but also intelligence and comprehension, and also consciousness. And to explore this element of time with clarity, the scholar I'd like to use this week is by the name of Paul Verillo. The man holding the camera. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
I married him. I'd like to apologise. Steve Redhead is one of the great scholars of Paul Verillo, and in fact he described Paul Verillo as a theorist for an accelerated culture. But let's unpick Paul Verillo a little bit. He has argued through his career that that which is fast dominates that which is slow. So the variable, the cultural formation with speed dominates that which does not. Now, if we are going to take our ageing cultures and societies seriously, then we need to subvert, we need to question Paul Verillo's maxim there, because the nature of ageing is we will all operate at very much different speeds. So with consciousness, we have to recognise not only that we have diverse spaces in our post-colonial globe, but we almost have post-Fordist times. We're going to have multiple time zones literally occurring within our own cultures. We don't need longitude to determine our time zones anymore. They exist within. So what I'd ask is we recognise the critiques, the cultural critiques that are occurring in our culture through, say, the slow food movement, slow travel, and of course a movement I've been very interested in, which is the slow reading culture, and we recognise the variable speeds of our time and our place and our local communities. And only when we think about time in a complex and kind way do we actually activate social justice on the basis of age. Thank you so much for following me on this journey through this 6 weeks of vodcasts. I wish you every success. I wish you well. And thank you so much for joining me and letting me be a part of this great journey. Bye-bye. See you soon.